All right, let's pull back the curtain on something you use all the time, but probably never think about. We're talking about the secret engine of the English language, auxiliary verbs. These little words are the unsung heroes that give our sentences all their power, timing, and, flavor. Just look at this. On the left, you've got a super simple idea. She writes code. Okay, great. But now watch what happens when we just add one tiny helper word. All of a sudden, we have totally different meanings. Is she doing it right now? Is it a skill she possesses? Or is it something she's already finished? That massive shift in meaning, that's the magic of auxiliary verbs at work. So, what exactly is an auxiliary verb? Well, think of it as a helping verb. It's like the essential sidekick to the main verb superhero. The main verb, like write or run, has the core action, the main idea. But the auxiliary verb is the one that swoops in to handle all the details, like the timing, the mood, or the voice. It doesn't steal the spotlight, it makes the main hero shine. So what are their main jobs? Well, they're kind of like the architects of our sentences. They help us ask questions, say no to things, and basically time travel with our words. In a sentence like, she is reading, you'll notice isn't the main event, reading is. Is just the helper, the sidekick that tells us when this is all going down. Okay, so let's meet the crew. First up is the primary team. These are the three absolute workhorses of the English language: be, have, and do. Seriously, these three do most of the heavy lifting in our everyday conversations.
Let's start with the be verbs. Am, is, are, was, were. These guys are the masters of timing and progress. When you see one of them, it's a huge clue that an action is ongoing, it's in progress, like she is studying. They're also the key to using the passive voice, which lets us flip the focus of a sentence, like in the work was completed.
Next up, we've got the have verbs: has, have, and had. Think of these as the experts on completion. Using one of them is like putting a big, satisfying check mark next to an action, confirming, yep, this is done. As in, I have finished my homework. See, it's in the past, it's complete. And rounding out our primary team, we have the do verbs. Oh man, these are the chameleons of the group. They're the interrogator, helping us ask questions like, do you like coffee? They're the enforcer, creating negatives like, I do not understand. And they're our secret weapon for adding that extra punch of emphasis when we really mean it, like, I do want to help. So, if be, have, and do are the everyday workhorses, now it's time to bring in the specialists. These are the modal verbs. I like to think of them as a special ops unit called in for specific missions to add these subtle layers of meaning, like possibility, ability, or obligation. And here's the lineup for our special ops team. You've got can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, and ought to. Each one of these has a very specific job, a unique skill that adds a whole different flavor to whatever sentence it's in. And you can see just how different their missions are. Can tells you about ability. May asks for permission. Might hints at a possibility. Must lays down the law. It's an obligation. And should gives a little friendly advice. It's amazing how changing just that one word completely changes the entire feel of the sentence, right? Okay. So we've met the teams, we know who they are. Now we need to know how to use them. It's time for the rules of engagement. Because like any good special ops unit, they have a few simple rules you've got to follow to get the job done right. So let's start with a really common mission, asking a question. How do you take a regular statement and flip it into a question? What's the secret move here? It's actually super simple. The auxiliary verb just jumps to the front of the line, right before the subject. So a statement like, you are ready, instantly becomes the question, are you ready? That's it. It's just a simple swap in word order, all thanks to our little helper verb. Now here is a golden rule for our specialist models. This is a big one. They are always followed by the base form of the main verb. That means no S, no ing, no ed at the end. It's always, she can go, never ever she can goes. And here's another critical rule for our special ops team. They work alone. You only get to use one modal verb at a time. So you can say, he might come or he will come, but you can't stack them up and say he can come. It's one specialist per mission, remember? All right, you ready for the final twist in the story? We've been calling these guys sidekicks this whole time. But what happens when the sidekick decides to step into the spotlight and become the hero of the sentence? Check this out. On the left, have is playing the helper role. They have eaten. The main action is clearly eaten. But now look at the right. They have a new car. Here, have is the main verb. It means to possess something. It's the exact same word, but it's doing two totally different jobs. So cool. And we see the exact same thing happen with the verb be. On the left, in she is running, is just helping out the main verb, running. But on the right, in she is happy, the word is the star of the show. It's carrying the entire meaning of the sentence. It's describing her state of being. This kind of flexibility is what makes these primary verbs so incredibly powerful.
So at the end of the day, it's all about this perfect partnership. Whether you have is helping running, or have helping eaten, or can helping swim, you can see how the auxiliary verb always sets the stage so the main verb, the hero, can come in and deliver the central action or idea.
So now that you've officially met the primary team and the specialist modals, can you see it? Can you see the incredible power that's hiding in these tiny little words? They really are the engines of expression, the things that let us turn simple ideas into rich, complex thoughts. So next time you're talking or writing, see if you can spot them in action. I guarantee you'll be amazed at just how much work they're really doing.